folks, Maverick Indicators here. All right, bright and early in the morning. You can hear it in my voice probably. I'm still sipping on my coffee. We're going to be really busy today. Still preparing to release the Maverick Gamma Pro, which I know so many of you guys are excited about. We are too. We've been having so much fun with it. We can't wait to get it in your hands. I'll put the link in the description if you want to get notified when that comes out. And I said, you know what? Let me jump on my charts early here and trade some futures so I can get a video out to you guys. And then, oh, this is beautiful. Okay, so we got a B set up on the Ultimate Trading Assistant. We're pumping up here pretty dang nice. Let me get into two contracts. Let me move my stop loss to the bottom of the zone real quick just to give it some wiggle room. Let me get this out of the way. Let me get this way out of the way. I don't like that in my way. Okay. All right, cool. So let's talk about this trade. Yeah, we're breaking out of this zone. Beautiful. I like this. I like this a lot. And here's why. And I got in a touch a little early, so I'll take a little bit of drawdown, but no big deal. We got a green background. The bulls are in control. The bulls have been in control since here. Look at this price. Okay, bulls have been in control all the way since here. You can see the Maverick AI Pro has been coloring your background all the way since back here. Second thing is you're now having consistent green candles. Green candles are your strongest upside data candle. Hot pink is your strongest downside data candle. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. See this? This thing has been coming down all night. Look at this, guys. All night long. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. Bright green is your strongest upside data candle. Now it's 7 o'clock at night, but look at this thing. This thing's, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. You've been coming down crazy all night. Here's a nice run up. Oh my gosh, NQ's been melting all night. Insane. If you see pink, it will most likely sink. So crazy. So we're getting our first green candles in a while. So we got a green background, green candle. Green is your second strongest upside data candle. Bright green is your strongest. We got a B set up on the Ultimate Trading Assistant, the Maverick Radar. Love seeing that. The Maverick Radar is going through a bunch of our indicators and it is scoring each one. And then what it's going to do is it's going to give you an overall score. It's going to say you either don't have a setup, you have a B setup, or you got an A setup. And I'm okay with a B setup. I love me a B setup. B setup just lets me know, no pun intended, something's setting up. A setup, of course, we love. But when we have no setup here, when there's not a score here, I don't touch my mouse. Okay, I don't touch my mouse. Now we can go in and out of having a score while we're in a trade, but that's a whole nother thing. All right, cool. So we got a green background. The bulls are in control. Getting our green candles on. Long time in a while. So 3 a.m. was the last time you had a green candle. Green is your second strongest upside data candle. We got a B set up on the Ultimate Trading Assistant. And then look at this guy up here. Look at this guy. This is the Maverick Multi-X. Okay. I want you to think of this as 5 traders. They're algorithms, but think of them as traders voting across 6 time frames. And what's cool about this is that instead of trying to look at 6 charts on your screen the whole time, why not have 5 traders voting across 6 time frames that you can change these time frames if you want, and they're casting their vote every single tick. Now, here's what's even cooler about this. If I put you in the room with 5 other traders and they were all voting, we're going to go up, would that give you the confidence to go up? Probably. But here's what's even cooler, is that these 5 traders, they're algorithmically built, meaning that they have no emotion. So the number one thing that is the enemy of traders is their emotions, right? These guys don't have any emotions. They're literally just reading the data on the charts and casting their vote. How cool is that? Okay. All right, so we got a green background. Bulls are in control. Green candles for the first time in a while. We're starting to pump up. B set up on the Ultimate Trading Assistant. All 5 traders are voting bullish on the 1 minute, on the 2 minute, on the 3 minute chart, on the 5 minute chart, and so on and so forth. Now we are in market manipulation time, potential market maker manipulation time. So we're going to hold tight until this timer turns white. Okay. Maverick Trender's starting to get pegged to the top. We got this uptrend label down here. When this line is pegged to the top, it shows massive strength and momentum. See this? We call these flat tops. See, red to the downside, green to the upside. Red to the downside. Look what price did. Okay, even these short guys, nice little scalp, right? Okay, green to the upside. Ooh, nice little scalp. Now this is 3 in the morning, right? Okay. So what we're doing here, we talk about this in, I feel like, every video, is we're stacking probability in our favor. We're not just going off of one signal. Oh, we got a green candle. Okay, let's go long. No. We're stacking probability in our favor. We're saying if it walks like a duck, it quacks like a duck, it swims like a duck, it's probably a duck. Okay, well, we got a green background. Beautiful. Bulls are in control. We got green candles. Awesome. We have at least a B setup on the ultimate trading assistant, the Maverick radar. Okay, Maverick Trender's starting to peg to the top. We want these flat tops. Okay, are we going to get one? And then all 5 traders are voting bullish across the 1 minute, the 2 minute, the 3 minute, the 5 minute, the 10 minute, the 15 minute. Let's go, right? Okay, let's go. All right, I'm actually going to add one more because we're now finally breaking above this zone. And then let's talk about the Maverick zones. No longer do we have to draw our support and resistance zones. I didn't draw any of these. The Maverick zones is auto drawing them for me. Okay. And it's saying, hey, where is your highest probability zones? How big should they be? See how some of them are bigger than others? And then what is the probability score of price holding or breaking? Anything less than 90% is game for breaking. Anything greater than 90% is like a brick wall. Well, I can tell you before I hit the record button, this zone down here was like a 95% score. That's like a brick wall, and price a lot of times likes to move away from your strongest zone. Every time? No. A lot of times? Yeah. A lot of times price likes to move away from your strongest zone. So again, we're stacking probability in our favor, and all our indicators in the Ultimate Edge bundle work on NinjaTrader and TradingView. Forgot to mention that for my TradingView folks. I use both. Okay, green background, bulls are in control, green candles, first in a while. Okay, second strongest upside data candle. We can see the data, hot pink. That's the data. Okay, if you see pink, it will most likely sink. If you see bright green, it might just fly right off your screen. Would love some bright green, but I'll take some green right here. B setup to the upside. Okay, Maverick Trender is pegged to the top. This green line. Sorry, my arrow's a little off. I'm trying to draw with my mouse. And then all 5 traders are voting bullish across most of your time frames. Okay, so this is clear vision, folks. This is edge. Okay, so if you want a little bit more clarity on your charts, if you want a little bit more edge, gosh, it's 7 a.m. and we're doing some nice trading here. Come check us out. All right. Not financial advice. Do your own research. Never any guarantees in any market. We know that. Okay. And now we're retracing a little bit back down to the zone. We'll hold. And then we can pop up to the upside. Okay. A zone is a zone is a zone is a zone. All right. What was once resistance should now become support. Okay. And how cool is it? We no longer have to draw our zones. Pretty stinking cool. By the way, we finally closed above the Maverick guide. We like to go short when price is below the blue line and long when price is above it. Short when price is below it. And gosh, it was below it for most of the night. Oh my goodness. Long when price is above it. Short when price is below the blue line, so on and so forth. So pretty cool stuff. Okay, so this is the power of the Maverick AI Pro, coloring your candles like a heat map. Pretty cool stuff, right? So we're in market manipulation time. See down here, hang on, let me scooch this up for you. Okay, we're in market manipulation time. So potential manipulation time. So we're gonna hang tight. We got about another minute of it, but we're getting a nice pop here. Pretty sweet. All right. So listen, again, if you want a little bit more clarity on your charts, you want a little bit more edge in the market, Come check us out. Again, not financial advice. Do your own research. Never any guarantees in any market. We know that. Somebody could tweet something at any time, but we would love, love, love to help you crush it. And look, the data is finally, the candles rather, are finally catching up to the data. All right, look at this. Okay, this is clear vision, folks. This is edge. All right, so come check us out. MaverickIndicators.com. That's MaverickIndicators.com.